103 FM booth at Diwali Nagar, and more so, welcome now to Chef Amit Raval of Amtar's Fine Foods Catering Limited, and to this special segment powered up by Chatak Foods Limited.
What's
Amit,
happening, Fazir?
once again, it is a delicious pleasure to meet with you.
Oh yeah? How was dinner last night?
Dinner was superb last night.
Was?
Actually, dinner last night was the talk of the town today, the talk
Really?
of my household today.
Uh-huh.
And I've been trying to see if I remembered what you did last night, step by step.
It's there. It's there. It's there.
It's there so far, but I didn't want to lose it, so I actually jotted down how we went through the process, so that after Diwali I could cook dinner for the family one night.
Sounds good. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening again. Welcome to Divali Khaana. Diwali Khaana simply means Amit Diwali foods, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
And that's exactly what it is.
Absolutely.
A spin, a really wonderful spin on traditional Diwali dishes and some very novel dishes as well, incorporating the ingredients that we all know and love and the brands that we all know and love. Chef, what are we making tonight?
Kind of going outside the box a little bit. It's probably something that's been done before, but we're going to give a hand a try. We're going to make some coffee barfi tonight.
Coffee barfi.
Coffee barfi. We have Hongling is one of our proud sponsors here this evening, and my job is to incorporate everybody in this booth into the food we're doing, and that's exactly what we're doing tonight.
That sounds like something right up my RP, right up my my alley. I said RT.
You want an RV? Let's check it.
I said RT because when I was walking in, Lakshmi RT was being performed at the entrance of the Nagar.
Stuck on your mind.
It's stuck on my mind for sure.
Excellent.
For sure.
So it's a basic barfi we're making, just like everybody makes at home with their milk, and they season up their milk with their ghee and their cinnamon, and I mean we normally put stuff like elaichi and this kind of thing, but we kind of don't want to take away from the coffee tonight. So we're going very minimal on our spices.
So I might be nodding my head and giving you the impression, wrongly so, that I know what you're talking about. I've never made barfi in my life,
Fair enough,
Chef.
fair enough.
So you cannot assume that I know anything. Walk me through this from ground up.
All right, so first we're going to take some pre-weighed, like a half pound of our Kerrygold full cream milk powder. They're also a proud sponsor of us here this evening.
Good.
All right, so let's put this right here. And we're kind of going to season up this, I would just say season up, but this is what we incorporate here. We incorporate some fat into this. We're going to add some of our Anchor ghee. It's about 2 tablespoons.
So to get it to this consistency, you just had it sitting out?
The milk powder?
The ghee, the milk.
Yeah, it's sitting out in a warm environment.
Okay.
Very warm environment. My kitchen is very hot. You feel like you walk into hell sometimes.
And that on average would be about what?
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons
I'm going to
of
add about 2 tablespoons
liquid
of
ghee.
heavy cream as well. About that, a little less. Okay, so that's about that there. And I'm actually going to give you to stir this in a bit. We're going to put just a bit of Chatak's ground cinnamon in there, just to add a little flavor to our coffee. So when you're making sweets, you kind of just can't throw in everything. You have to kind of figure out what goes with what. And you know, cinnamon normally goes with coffee. It's there at all the coffee cafes. They have some cinnamon to shake in your coffee.
It adds flavor and it helps weight loss as well.
That's correct. Yeah. So you want to give this a little stir for me there, Fazir?
For sure.
Incorporating the fat into our milk powder. It's like incorporating fat into flour. It's as if you're making a pastry, but we're not. We're making a sweet instead.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to put our sugar into our water here to dissolve. Quite a lot of sugar, like half pound of it. And we're going to let that dissolve and start bubbling up to a nice little syrup. I've kind of pre-greased a little tally for us. We'll call it a tray. We use tallies at home to make our sweets. Some of our tallies are probably over 100 years old because they were passed on from my grandmother to my mom. And they look the same way. Look at that, after 100 years.
Is it that she was insightful enough to know that at some point in time you may be needing these things to use professionally?
To garnish our barfi this evening, we'll be using some roasted Iranian pistachios.
Iranian pistachios, as
very
opposed to any other kind of pistachios?
At Amtar, we use the highest quality ingredients possible. Spanish saffron straight from Spain, Iranian pistachios, cardamom, that comes from all regions of the Middle East. We use it, we find it, we buy it, and we use it.
So how is the Iranian pistachio different in quality as compared to a regular pistachio?
Have one, you'll see.
Have one and you give me 5.
Yeah.
Soft, roasted,
Slightly.
Slightly
To bring out the
roasted.
oils.
fatty.
Very much so. Very full of flavor. Fazir,
Sorry, you've been working hard. Would you like to try an Iranian pistachio?
so I like to flavor things when I'm cooking. So I'm putting a little bit of essence into our syrup, just to complement our coffee. Just a tad bit. It's not even a quarter teaspoon.
So that's our sugar reduction, and we add a little pinch of mixed essence.
That's
too.
right. And
Yeah.
this is where we're gonna add our. You're gonna bring a spoon there for me. Our instant coffee. So I'm gonna go with about 2.5 today. I want it nice and strong.
Two and a half.
Are you a coffee guy or espresso guy, Fazir?
I am a black coffee guy. I love the taste of coffee. I love the aroma of it, and I personally feel like when you add milk to coffee, you dilute it, and you're not really getting the real taste of the coffee, the pungency.
That's right.
And similarly with sugar as well. I love that. I love a roasted coffee, that roasted flavor. If it's nutty, it's even better.
Oh, yeah?
So that earthy, that strong earthy, those strong earthy tones, I love that in coffee. So milk and sugar are a definite no for me with my coffee.
Yeah.
Although I will put up the disclaimer and said that a psychological article that was published recently on Psychology Today said that people who drink coffee, no milk, no sugar, are more likely to be psychopaths than.
Oh.
So it's a possible consequence I'm willing to live with, Chef. What about you? How do you take your coffee?
I actually, depending on the time of the day and the weather, mostly I just have a shot of espresso. I'm not a big coffee person. Like I have to have coffee in the morning. The first thing I go for in the morning is actually water. But I'm actually more of, when I go to the gym, I just want like a shot of something, some caffeine. I just have a quick espresso and I'm done with that.
Okay.
So our syrup is kind of getting near to where we want it. In culinary terms, I think it's a softball temperature. I could try and pick my brain as to what that is, temperature, what that is, in a while. But it's so brilliant. Moms and people in Trinidad have never worked with a candy thermometer while making our sweets. But they've been able to tell when the syrup is right just by pulling the spoon, and it's right. And I've seen my mother and the girls in my kitchen, special good night to the girls in my kitchen who help us develop this coffee Barfi recipe. Asha and all, and the whole rest of my staff there in the kitchen. They're very hard at work right now, pushing out sweets.
And this would have been since this morning when you guys would have messaged that they were listening into the show this morning.
That's right, they've been in the
Messaged till 8
kitchen
o'clock
early.
this
They've
morning,
been
and they're
there
still
early.
at work.
They were there at that time prepping for a job, some food, and then they got on to sweets again.
Wow.
And they'll be pumping out sweets till this evening.
Wow. So Chef,
So I've put some extra coffee in this little batch for us compared to the ones we're serving tonight.
good.
Because you said you like your coffee strong, of course.
So I know that you said it's like a medium heat, right? So there's not a lot of smoke to allow the aroma to travel.
But if you want to have a whiff, there you go.
Yeah. Smells mild enough. So it's not too much coffee.
No, it's
Is
not
it that
too
we're
much.
applying the same rule as before? That we could always add more to make it stronger, but you can't take away from.
No.
No?
And we kind of, because it's barfi we're making, we kind of don't want to take away from the actual flavor of barfi. It's that milky, creamy, kind of
Sweet.
buttery,
Yeah. Okay.
sweet that it is.
So you want a gentle coffee undertone
That's
rather
right.
than an overwhelming coffee flavor.
Correct. So my
Gotcha.
next step, if somebody wants a really strong flavor, I'll probably make an espresso barfi.
That sounds lovely. I'm
That
not
sounds
sure why we didn't opt for that first, but okay.
So realize I'm stirring, trying to break up the
So
Coffee
my next
granules.
question, Chef, would be, you use the Hung Wing Instant, right?
Yeah.
Last night they sampled the Hung Wing Arabica, and in
How was
previous
that?
nights they sampled the Hung Wing Hazelnut, the nut. What was it? Nut, vanilla nut. Yes, the Hung Wing vanilla nut, right? It wouldn't really make much of a difference, except for that final taste that you get in your mouth, that lingering
nuttiness,
taste.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
If you were to vary it and use any of the other flavors of coffee.
So-
Yes?
Correct. So we're seeing some sugar started pulling now. So that's when we know something's happening.
So what you're looking for is a little resistance, really.
Resistance, correct,
Yeah.
correct.
So
It looks,
it's not draining off of the mixer.
and it's going to start to pull. Have you ever
yeah.
seen spun sugar before? This is spun sugar right here. You understand? Starting to pull.
and it's starting to
Yeah, starting
to
to pull.
bubble up like
That's right.
like reminds me of a sponge cake texture.
That's correct.
This is lovely.
It is, isn't it?
It's quite lovely. It looks like it's like coffee that I can eat.
All right, I think we're ready. You're going to help me put in our powdered milk from Kerrygold. And we're going to start working this in. Just going to start putting slowly. And we're going to mix this in. Let's add a little water to temper this a little bit. All right, are you ready, Fazir? I'm ready for you. All right. Yeah, just add like a quarter and then half, and I'm stirring it in. Excellent. Excellent. Keep it coming. All right. Coming good.
All of it?
All of it. So we're gonna start folding this in now, or stirring.
That is a beautiful earthy tone, boy.
Yes. And
It's almost like a mocha color.
yeah. So we want to start pressing in to take out any lumps, of course, to fully incorporate our milk into our coffee syrup here.
So you really do want to get a as smooth a texture as possible. Is that it?
Correct. Absolutely.
And you
So I
keep stirring
press-
until you get to that point.
Yeah, and the heat is going to help us. The heat is going to help melt the sugars more, soften up the milk, get that ghee that we mixed in. It's going to pull it out, see, starting to get a little shine. That's the ghee that we put in our barfi.
It gives it a little glisten.
That's
at
right.
the top. Yeah.
And I'm going to actually finish off with some at the top a little bit as well. But I'm pressing it down.
Is that comparable to the glisten that like some products would have, some sweet products would have when you add when they put palm oil in it? Is it almost for the same reason?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
So this is just better for the environment as well as for your health.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Have you seen what they done to the orangutans with palm oil? It's not cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chef, I can't help it. It looks almost like a nice big pot of Nutella.
Yes.
It does.
So we're kind of gonna put this into a pre-grease tray. I put some wax paper so it's easy for us. And while this is cooling, we'll get to work on our salad.
Sure.
Because we can't just have sweet tonight. We need to have something healthy,
Okay.
You know, we have to keep watching our diets.
You said salad.
Yeah, we're making a salad tonight actually.
Wow.
Yeah. We're using some chickpeas, some Channa.
It's not a word I'm accustomed to using, but okay.
It's a high protein salad.
We'll give it a go tonight, chef. I mean, I have not yet been disappointed in any way at all, so, you know.
All right, so we're good at this here, so we're gonna actually put this in. See, it's not sticking to our pan. This actually took quite a few hours to set today. So we'll see after when we finish our salad what we have, but we do have some samples in the back.
So this is going to take a little while?
Sometimes it takes up to a couple hours, sometimes depending on the consistency of your sugar. It can happen even sooner. I've cut barfi within half an hour already.
Wow.
I just tell the girls.
And it doesn't disintegrate?
No.
No.
I've told the girls, just make the sugar a little harder. We need to get this barfi out now.
So how can you tell, though, just by looking at the mixture?
The sugar, as you saw, started to get thicker and thicker. And it's starting to pull. You saw like a string coming out from it?
Yeah.
That's kind of the beginning of what sponge sugar or sugar work, where the sugar actually starts to get like a thread.
Okay.
Different stages of sugar. There are some the special pastry chefs in the world that do sugar artistry on sugar work. And to me, their hands are made out of steel because they're playing with hot
Yeah.
sugar
Yeah.
and pulling it and stretching it and making balloons, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no,
Well, there are some folks in India as well, and they've been highlighted in various documentaries around the world, who are actually when they're deep frying, they actually take their hands and they stick it into the oil, so their fingers are breaking the surface of the hot oil, putting the mixture. It looks like they're very similar to like a Sahino pulori mixture. Into the oil, almost to the base of the pan. They want to get it under the base of the oil, under the
and
base of the oil,
then they
and
tell
nothing
us,
happens.
then they tell us the X-Men and the Men in Black are not real.
They are real.
They are real.
They're
They're out there.
Just instead of coming from a laboratory, they exist in kitchens.
Correct.
I gotcha.
They're out there. They're definitely out there.
So,
All right, Fazir, you want to
just for the benefit, sure, for the benefit of everyone looking on, Chef,
Yeah?
just as a reminder, right? Everything that is happening here is being sampled inside of the 103 FM booth
That's correct.
after we're done.
Absolutely.
As soon as the booth opens at around 7, they can sample this as well.
All right, so we're going to put a little bit of ghee on the back of our spoon. I'm just going to lightly press and smoothen out our barfi
So you're pressing the nuts
in.
into the
Yeah.
mixture.
See how nice and neat that is?
So there's no chance of it, just sort of crumbling and falling off
That's right.
and wasting pristine Persian
That's actually
pistachios.
that's a good spread of pistachio there, Fazir.
Yeah.
Quite impressive.
Thank
you
you.
say never made this before.
I've never made anything. I've never really been in the kitchen before, chef.
Fantastic.
Unless the basin was available and they said, come lick it.
But you know something, Fazir? This is actually when I like to try barfi, when it's hot like this. But I'll let it cool a little bit. But when it's warm and sticky and gooey,
So this is edible even now?
absolutely,
Yes?
it's a finished cooked product.
Yeah.
We just wait
So just waiting for it to set.
to settle a bit.
Okay.
So while that's happening, let's put our dirty spoons aside there.
So chef, the cow brand, the Anchor cow brand pure ghee, is it only for a glaze or for aesthetic purposes, or is there another reason for applying
Well-
the cow brand ghee at the end?
It helps to keep moisture in your products as well and gives that nice buttery texture as well.
So it traps the moisture inside.
Correct.
Okay,
So-
beautiful.
That's what one of the main purposes of ghee in sweets, giving moisture and flavor.
Okay,
All right, so
that's pretty nifty actually.
very.
Just when you thought things that you learn in science class won't be applicable in the real world,
So we're gonna make a very quick salad this evening. So we're taking some rainbow, canned Channa. It's been boiled for us already by Rainbow. Thank you very much. And packaged.
Now, do we wash the chana when
I
it
like
comes
to give
in
it a
brine?
rinse.
Yeah.
I'll give it a rinse of the brine, of course.
So that gets rid of some of the salt.
Some of the salt, so we'll add some at the end.
Okay.
Yeah,
good,
to season.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna probably put.
But there's still no harm in using it straight from the can either.
No, people haven't died.
Okay. Beautiful.
Okay, so we're gonna dice tomato. Some nice little cuts of tomato. We wanted to show up. And tomato is just to add some of the nutrition to the salad as well as give some color. So it'll give some color and some texture as well. Correct?
Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah.
That's one. One component. Let's put some heat.
A little softness as well.
Let's put some heat in the salad, some green heat, of course, to show up. So let's go.
Look at that. Look at that. My goodness. Chef, you make it look so effortless.
Put some red, some more green.
Knife skills are probably one of the more important basic skills that a chef needs to have in the kitchen.
It's something that chefs spend some time working on when they just start in the culinary field, whether it's in a school or in a normal kitchen. Some of the best chefs in the world never went to a culinary school. They started off as dishwashers, and they've blossomed into beautiful chefs because they started at ground zero. And that's one of the best things to do when you're in a kitchen. I remember when I was a junior, I was in the butcher room, I was in the pastry room, I was cracking eggs, and on my first 2 internships, you actually work for free.
Yeah.
Your pay is a plate of food. And it's not a very glorious profession at the beginning. You have to have some grit at the start to become a chef because
Yeah.
it does take some mindset, you know. It's,
So there are dues to be paid in the culinary field,
You
just
have
like there
to
are
pay
dues to be paid
dues.
in almost every other
every
field. Yeah.
field, you have to cut your fingers.
Yeah.
I almost sliced my finger off once. Everything is there. You have to pay a dues. Just like in any other field. You know, it's hard to just climb, you know, to do some climbing. Some green. So are you timing this salad? Because
now
we're
we're-
almost done.
Yeah. So now we're adding some. So it's a tossed salad, really.
It's a tossed salad.
Okay.
So fresh cilantro. Or dhania. That's
Which we learned about on day one.
Day one.
Actually, we learned about the dania.
correct.
So this is really wonderful stuff. This is healthy and very colorful.
Good.
Do we deliberately choose ingredients sometimes based on their color, chef, to increase the color profile of
I do.
salads and products?
I do.
Yes?
For sure, yeah. I'm going to add a little chili powder. Maybe a bit more.
Now, for a fresh salad, you don't want too much of a kick on this, right?
Not too much. But for this one, sometimes you like more. I'm using some chaat masala. Always available at Little Store. It's a member of the Chatak group of companies. You get all your stuff for Indian cooking there.
Chatak really has
Amazing.
monopolized
And all the Chatak products are available there.
the market of convenience when it comes to the preparation
Fantastic.
of local and Indo cuisine in Trinidad and
Absolutely.
Tobago, you know?
We're putting that salt as I promised. Because the chaat masala has some salt in it already. And our chili powder, of course, is some chatak. Remember that? Which is what you like. Let's get a fresh squeeze of lime in there. Or lemon, sorry. It's all local, rough skin lemons.
Lemon, which fetch quite a price these days.
They do because a lot of people don't know how good they were for your health,
Yeah.
especially in the morning and even in our foods.
In fact, there used to be a misconception that that these things were highly acidic until they realized that
It's alkaline.
It's actually alkaline. We consume it on it's ideal to be consumed on an empty stomach to help with to help fight acidity, acid reflux, and buildup of uric acid, that sort of stuff in the body as well.
So Fazir, I am just gonna let you start sampling.
Oh, I would never object
Barfi.
to that, chef. Do I get all of it?
That's all you, buddy. It's starting to cool now.
That is rich. This texture reminds me of it reminds me, since I come from a Muslim household, this
Yeah.
reminds me so much of halwa.
Ah, my favorite.
Yeah, this texture reminds me very much of halwa, and it's very rich. I love the nuttiness, the contrast of the sweetness and the nuttiness. This is perfect. This is perfect. I can't wait
Like a
for
cup
this.
of coffee in a block when you have your block.
I can't wait for this to set so I can just put an entire block in my mouth and just start chomping.
Absolutely. And as you can see, it wasn't no time at all to prepare. Yeah, it's setting. It's getting there. It's gonna be there in an hour or so.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. All right, Fazir. Oh, we're on time. We're a good time tonight. Fazir, you're kind of quiet, boy. You okay?
This is really good. Like does the pre-made samples that we have within the booth. I know you said it's less of a coffee profile,
But it's there.
than this.
It's there. But
But
trust
it's
me,
there.
It's there. Trust me, it's there.
This is amazing. So
We're kind of out of stock on coffee barfi at the moment, but we'll be back in stock tomorrow.
no, chef, are you already booked fully for Diwali?
We're still
Or-
taking a few sweet orders, but as for Diwali Day, we're done. Yeah.
You're done for Diwali day.
Yeah, but
So how can folks looking on live here and there, how can they get in touch with you? If not for Diwali, at any other point in time, for sweets or for full catering
yeah,
services,
just give
whatever.
us a call anytime. Your number's on our Facebook page.
So
all
how do
the
I
time.
find you on Facebook?
Amtar's Catering,
Amtar, A-M-T-A-R,
apostrophe S, Catering.
A-M-T-A-R apostrophe S, Amtar's Catering on Facebook. You're also on Instagram as well.
That's correct.
What's the handle?
Chef Raval.
At Chef Raval?
That's right.
Okay, beautiful. And there are no underscores or anything. As Chef Raval on Instagram,
That's
Amtar's
right.
Catering on Facebook, and all your digits are there. They could also message you there directly as well, inbox you, DM,
Correct.
whatever.
That's right.
Are we okay?
That's
Okay.
absolutely correct. We're gonna leave some cards here at the booth as well.
Okay.
People. So this salad is also served as an appetizer. Why? It's savory and it's spicy. It's citrusy, so it opens up your appetite.
And is this why you've deliberately paired this salad with this sweet so you get a savory to contrast?
Correct.
The sweet?
I wouldn't just give you a sweet tonight. I had to give you some savory
Okay.
and something for your health as well.
So I'm gonna have the savory now. Is
And the
that
best way to eat this is when they present it, you put some in your hand and toss it in your mouth.
it? Okay. Well, I need to taste the contrast again. Just gonna go back in for the sweet.
Still so hot.
Okay. I just want to get
Get some chilies.
spoon with everything in it.
Yeah, yes, you have a piece of chili there.
There's chili in there? Yeah? Good?
I think so. I could put a piece if you want.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So
The
the
cheese.
chickpeas, the red onions, the chilies, the tomatoes, and of course there's lemon zest in here and salt. Did I miss anything?
Yeah.
And of course the
And after you have that now, I'm going to increase the flavor profile with Chatak tamarind sweet sauce.
okay. So there's
All right.
so there's more tasting
There's more
to be done.
tasting to be done.
Okay, I'll save this one.
Save the spoon. Absolutely. And that's actually how you eat this salad. You go to a home, they give you some of this, just pop it in your mouth. And it does get your appetite going. So watch out food court for zeros coming up in a little bit.
I love that lime flavor.
Yes.
That lemon flavor is absolutely to die for.
So now
Wow.
we're adding a little dimension to the same salad. If you have some of Chatak's tamarind sauce,
Oh
sweet
my
sauce, tamarind sweet
goodness.
sauce. And that's going to add another little dimension of sourness, acidity, and sweetness.
Again,
The
which will
same.
contrast with our sweet.
Correct.
Oh, this is beautiful.
And there we go. There you go. Go again.
Now I'm right-handed, so that's why I use my right hand
I see.
to hold, put it into my left hand. But Muslims, we also share something in common
Yes.
with Hindus in that.
Correct.
So Muslims are not supposed to eat with left hands, right?
Same here.
So
Right.
I put the food into my left and then I transfer it into the right and eat from the right.
Have it.
And I understand that it's the same for Hindus as well. Hindus are
Absolutely.
actually supposed to eat with their fingers.
Yes.
Science says digestion begins from the fingertips.
Fantastic.
And I read some material that
Yeah.
says that Mother Lakshmi resides in the fingertips as well. The deities, the Devis reside in the fingertips, and that's where the digestion begins as well.
Absolutely.
So it's in our tradition. It's in
Tradition.
our faith and our tradition to also
eat.
eat with our hands.
Correct.
That's part of the dining
Are
experience.
you ready? I'll put it in your right hand for you.
Thank
There
you,
go, my
very
brother.
much. Could you have fit about 2 more chick beans in there?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like I'm eating chickpeas under my neighbor's tamarind tree. That is amazing. That tanginess,
Yeah.
that sour, as the Guyanese said, is sour.
And your
Completed-
appetite
completed
is going
the
to
meal.
be full open now. You ready to go to the food court now?
I'm ready to go for dessert. I'm ready to
okay.
deal with this guy. But this is good. And this is actually quite a filling meal because the
is.
protein of
It
the
is.
chickpeas will
That's why you have
actually
to
fill
have a
you
little
pretty
bit.
quickly.
They offer you a little bowl sometimes at the
Yeah.
beginning of dinner.
Yeah.
It's just to get you going. And then you have a big dinner after that.
Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. You know what, Chef? I would say, most of all, it's opened the appetite. That's what it's done. It's opened the appetite.
Correct.
That lemon, and then thereafter the tamarind. The tamarind just added flavor, but the lemon juice really, really opened up the appetite. That is
Absolutely.
phenomenal.
We're
Phenomenal.
on time. Tell the boss man we're on time tonight.
So we are on. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, Chef, thank you immensely.
welcome.
I know I have been asking you for a while now. When we're gonna deal with the coffee. You've delivered on the coffee, and now my only request remaining is we still have to tackle the peanut punch, right?
The peanut punch.
Good. So that we've got 2 nights remaining.
Yes.
Tomorrow and Saturday. Even if we just bring the peanut punch
And drink it, take a shot.
and drink it straight up, I'll be okay with that. We can't let this time pass us by without sampling some ramshaw and peanut punch on
Fair enough.
this makeshift kitchen. This makeshift
Absolutely.
kitchen, yeah. So, Chef, thank you again.
You're welcome.
Everything
Thank you, everyone.
that was done here is available within the booth when we open in a few minutes from now. Thank you to Chef Amit Raval of Amtar's Catering, Amtar's Fine Foods and Catering. Check Amtar's Catering on Facebook and at Chef Raval on Instagram. And you can also log on to 103 FM's digital media platforms. By tomorrow, we will upload the YouTube video of everything that was done here tonight, so that you too can benefit. You don't have to write down recipes or anything of the sort. The resources are available online for you as well. Now that you're beginning to square up the coffee barfi, the glaze is even more apparent.
There you go.
The glaze of the Anchor cow brand ghee is even more apparent. That looks moist, decadent, perfect. And you know what? It's also part of a tradition not to waste.
Okay.
So what I'll do is these 2 squares that were interrupted by our chef, I'll just finish it off because we can't give people half of squares.
That's right.
That would just not be proper, polite, or anything like that.
Take it away.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So ladies and gentlemen, be sure to join us in booth. You could get your sample. Yours will be a little harder. But thank you again. Join us tomorrow for another presentation of Divali Khaana. Your samples await you together with so many other items and goodies within the 103 FM booth. Until tomorrow, thank you again and good evening.
Good evening, everyone.